secret about Talk of the Tavern. Every time, every single time we have a show regarding legality, laws, the government, etc., there is multiple times my internet will shut down randomly. Some of you hung out for me 6 hours today without a single issue. We get on to discuss guns, and suddenly my internet
Boom.
is, yeah. Now, Dupe, if you're listening, I will respond to that in Discord when I'm not running a whole show right here, and I'll explain a little more what I'm talking about, maybe even after the topic tonight. But I don't necessarily want to pull the show off topic just for that. We're going to have enough problems with that with the internet going, fuck you. So we're back, and we were discussing guns with scopes on the side. Elizabeth? I don't know if you're
Was
fixing your
laughing.
camera or trying to get my attention.
I'm fixing the camera so I can see you.
Just checking. So, but bear with us, guys.
Wow.
It was Ed's turn, so I wanted Ed to finish.
Okay, but yeah,
Thanks.
for all our viewers, bear with us. We will keep coming back until Travis just gets so frustrated he throws up his hands and watches Netflix, which will work perfectly.
It's true. It's true.
It is true. It's a horrible but truth. Okay, Ed, do you have more to add to this?
With the sites, or can anybody buy a gun?
Oh,
Well, okay, I'll give it away. As we were discussing pre-show, no, if you're a dangerous felon, you shouldn't be able to purchase a gun. If you are otherwise a legal United States citizen, you should be able to buy a firearm
Instantly.
instantly.
No waiting period,
Why
no
wait?
background check.
I wait.
How would you know somebody's violent if there's no background check?
I didn't say no background check. I said, why
Okay.
wait?
And by the way, I believe background checks could be pretty fucking instant.
It is instant in the Commonwealth of Virginia right now. It's instant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that doesn't sound unreasonable to me. And we'll go around them. If anybody does feel that's unreasonable, we'll definitely give them time to voice that too, because we're going to have some differing opinions here. And all I ask is let everybody finish their thoughts. You know, wave your hand. We'll call on you. But let's let everybody get their thoughts out. Elizabeth,
Yeah.
same question.
I agree. This is why I agree with Ed on this point. You should be able to get it. I did when I was with someone who purchased a gun in Virginia. The whole process took maybe 2 hours, maybe, just because the lines are busy. There are a lot of forms to fill out. I mean, maybe it was 2 hours, and we're in and out.
Right.
Gun purchased, background cleared. It sounds simplistic, but I remember in high school, in school in general, I always hated being held accountable for other people's behavior or lack of behavior. And I don't think it's right my rights should be infringed upon because other people can't behave themselves. I have spent a life being a good citizen and not breaking laws, occasionally speeding, I'll admit that, but not committing crimes. And I should be able to buy a gun.
Okay.
Okay, and just that's all I'm going to say to answer that question.
Okay, and that's good
It gets
enough.
deeper than
Because
that.
we will go more into
Okay.
this. I'm laying a groundwork right now of where we all
Exactly.
kind of sit in general, without dickering over details. So this is great. So
But if you're a crime and you've proven yourself to not be a good citizen or not be accountable for your actions, I don't think you should have a gun.
by the way, Dupe says, go to Walmart, go to gun section, buy a gun, question marks, profit. It's, could be true. Could be true. Kevin.
Travis, do I think you should be able to just walk in somewhere and buy a gun? Like the guys have just said, if you can now these days, which I can easily believe in an electronic age, if you can get an accurate background check on someone on the spot, then I don't see why you shouldn't be able to buy a gun. I think people often confuse the issue of there's a moral. So there are moral arguments about gun ownership, and there are practical arguments, and they're not the same thing.
Good point.
Now, Kevin, let me do
Yeah.
this. I'm sorry. Did you have more? Go on.
No, I was just going to say, buying a gun is a practical point. It's a purchase thing. It's a consumer right issue. It's not about the morality of gun ownership or why you feel it necessary to have a gun. It's should I be able to go in and buy a gun? Yes, it's a consumer product. It's as legal as buying a toaster.
Right. But then the moral arguments make the toaster and the gun a very different item. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit without...
You can use them. You can use them both to kill someone in a bath.
Or yourself, just saying. Now, Chris, we'll get to you in a second. I want to give Kevin a little more time, because, Kevin, I'd like you, for folks that don't realize what the gun laws in the UK are, and perhaps a little bit of the origin, in 2 minutes or less, can you just kind of brief us on that?
Yeah, you can't own a gun unless it's in a locked, registered and inspected gun cabinet. You're only allowed to carry it in a locked case to and from a gun club and shoot it under licensed conditions. You can't walk into a shop and buy a gun. Very few people in England own a gun. It's primarily sports target shooters or farmers with shotguns. There are different laws covering the agricultural community and the ownership of guns for protection there. And it basically came about from one particularly very notable public school shooting here in the UK, and a public shooting in a town called Hungerford as well.